Hi, I'm Eric Grant with Sailrite. In this short tutorial video, we're going to demonstrate using the HandyPress to install lift-the-dot studs. The lift-the-dot stud dies that we're going to be using are designed for the press and snap tool, but they work great in the HandyPress, so we're going to show you how they work in this tool. This is a lift-the-dot stud in a fabric application, and if you turn it over, this is a traditional method of using a two-prong that's bent over a washer here. So this is the traditional approach to installing these studs. If we use the dies in the HandyPress or the press and snap tool, it has a rivet that's rolled around a washer like that.
Here's how the lift-the-dot fastener works for a cloth-to-cloth application. The socket snaps over the stud, and the dot on the front is the only side that will lift off of the stud, so it locks everywhere else. Before we get started, you need to know that the HandyPress may just be the best hand press ever made. Besides the fact that it takes almost any brand die set made for any brand hand press, it has some major advantages that other hand presses don't even come close to matching. I highly recommend you watch the demo video showing the amazing features of the HandyPress. To see it, click the link in the description or in the upper right hand corner of this video. It's now time to demonstrate using the lift-the-dot dies that are made for the press and snap tool in the HandyPress. Remove the HandyPress adapter for press and snap on the side of the tool's keeper. Thread that adapter onto the bottom of the stud all the way up. This adapter comes with the HandyPress. This is the upper die for the lift-the-dot stud. We'll slide it onto the post, and the rubber O-ring on that post helps hold that die in place. We'll use the adapter on the base of the HandyPress on the left-hand side, the one with the smallest hole, and insert it in the base of the HandyPress. Next, we'll insert the lower die in the base of the HandyPress. Do not do what I'm doing now. I just want to demonstrate that if the thumb screw is turned so it enters into the receiver opening for the die, when you insert the die, it will not sit flat on the surface of the adapter. If you notice this happening, loosen the thumb screw until the die rests on the base of the adapter, as shown here. This is appropriate. Many of the press and snap dies have a rubber O-ring on the bottom post. If they do, you must not use the thumb screw. Leave it loose. The O-ring will hold the die in place. As you can see, these are other types of press and snap dies with O-rings on the bottom post. When you use them in the HandyPress, do not use the thumb screw to lock it in place, or you may damage the die if you do. Now it's time to set the sweet compression. Your goal is to rotate the upper shaft until the dies come in contact with each other. You can do that by rotating it to the left or the right to raise or lower it. We want that rubber washer on the upper die to be slightly compressed when it comes in contact. Now you have that sweet spot compression. At that location, the lever of the HandyPress should be horizontal or slightly downward. And now it's time to load the dies. We're going to take the washer, and it has a convex and a concave side. You want the convex side to be facing out. Push that washer into the upper die. The rubber O-ring will hold it in place. Then take your stud and insert it in the lower die. Now we'll take our fabric assembly. This is 4 layers of a Sailrite marine grade fabric, and depress the lever of the tool to insert the fastener in our hemmed edge. Because we adjusted this shaft for the sweet spot compression, it is super easy to depress the lever to install these fasteners. And there's what it looks like. The top is nice and secure. You can't even roll it with your fingers. Now that the tool is set up perfectly, all you need to do is reload the dies and then depress the lever to install a fastener wherever you'd like in your fabric assembly. If you'd like to be extremely accurate as far as fore and aft placement of that fastener, consider purchasing the HandyPress sliding backstop for use with lower dies, as seen here. Now it does have the HandyPress ruler, which is sold separately installed on it as well. To use it, remove the lower dies and slide it onto the base of the HandyPress. Then install your lower dies again. Now you can take your fabric assembly and position that backstop so that you install the fastener the same distance from the hemmed edge of the fabric every time. When you're happy with the position, simply lock it in place with the thumb screw on the side. Now you can load the dies again and install the fastener exactly in the same spot. And if you'd like, you could use that ruler, which goes up to 12 inches, and space fasteners anywhere from 1 inch to 12 inches apart, using the ruler as a guide for the next fastener. Everything on the HandyPress is now set up perfectly so you can install your lift-the-dot fastener studs with ease in your next project application. The HandyPress will also work with multiple other brands and types of dies. We hope this video has been helpful. Check out our website to find out what other types and brands of dies will work with the HandyPress.